So guys, Deck here. Today I'm going to show you how to do the Princess solo farm on a Mage. For the run there, and talent-wise, you want to run mainly Ice Barrier for Frost and Ice Block and Cold Snap, just in case you get into a sticky situation. For the kill phase on Princess, we use Fire. You can use any spec, you just want Combustion, Pyroblast for faster kill. I use Impact. You could probably use Improved Fireball or flamethrowing, which could be helpful, but this is just my raid spec. I don't feel like respecing to the proper one. Gear wise, I'm using Eye of Flame, the level 50 Sunken Temple quest, the Craft of Shoulders, Nomergon Cape. I got the 3 set from Sunken Temple, Fiery Wrath, Belt and Bracers, gloves, the level 40 PvP ring, the Hakar World Buff Quest ring. I got Fire Ruby from the Mage quest just so I could get extra mana. You don't have to use it. I used the Number Gun Trinket from Thermoplug. I got the Glimmering Blade, Personal Spellbook, and the Rage Fire Wand. For runes, I use Living Bomb, Hot Streak for Pyroblast, Living Flame, Spell Power, Burnout. And you also want Advanced Warding for the Mana Shield for the run there. And when you get hit by a boulder, you could probably use Chronostatic Preservation for a heal, but I personally don't need it. Let's begin the run. I like to pop Ice Barrier and Mana Shield off rip. I've done this about, I don't know, 350 times, and I still haven't got my dagger. Wait for that pat. You spam jump on this wall so you don't pull that pack. Sometimes you do, it's not a big deal. Just Frost Nova, blink here. You will pull this pack. Let's kind of jump on this wall a little bit. Jump here, refresh your shield. I'm gonna wait for the rock pat to meet this pack so I can frost over them all. If something resists, just cold snap and frost nova again. Cold. You want to use Clone of Cold there. Frosting over those. Sometimes I don't pull them. Jump over here so you don't pull the rock guy. Sometimes you do like that. Color cone him. And here a nice little trick is you just spam jump on this wall and it bugs out their AI and they just tend to run back and forth, creating a huge distance. It's nice. You want to blink through these two. Oh, don't forget ice armor. He's catching up. You want to run through here. Fortunately, I got my ass clapped, so hopefully I don't die here. That was very dangerous. Normally they don't run at you like that. When you get to the safe rock, log out. I almost died. That rarely happens. I run this so many times. Logging out will just reset them. Wait about 2 seconds and log back in. Okay, I don't have to log out. That was cool. Before you swap specs, make sure you got your mana gem. Switch to Molten Armor. Personally, you don't have to do this, but I use Jungle Durian. It just makes getting mana back really fast versus your, what is it, level 35 water? 45, I don't know. Consume wise, you don't have to use any, but I do really recommend Nightfin Soup and Minor Mana Oil for the mana regen. And then Mighty Troll's Blood for health gen just in case you get too many boulders to the face. I'm a psychopath and I use arcane elixir and firepower, but that's just me. I need to create another mana gem. No big deal. I'm gonna create some regular water so I don't waste a durian for 10% mana. My fire I have 28% crit and 338 fire damage. My fire crit is 34%, which is nice. Now, for when I pull her, I wait for her to reach the middle on the backside. You don't have to do this. You could run this however you want as long as it works for you. But this is how I run it. Pop combustion. I'm gonna run up to the middle of the room. I'm gonna wait for her to pat right here. I'm gonna start casting Pyroblast. And start casting Fireball right after. No crit, unfortunately. Blink here. Living Bomb, Living Flame. Typically I get hit every time right here. I usually get hit once, then I mana barrier. Blink here. I like to hug the wall. A nice little trick to this wall is she's catching up and you don't got blink. I know priests do this too for their kills. Is that you just jump on the wall and she will stop moving for a few seconds, but don't be too spammy with this. She can reset to full health if you do that, which has happened to me quite a few times. So only do it if you absolutely have to. Blink here to not get hit. Get close enough so I could cast my abilities. You just want to spam Living Flame and Living Bomb. Another tip here is she's casting Boulder and you're gonna get hit. Don't jump off the side, because if you're in the middle of the air and you get hit, your character will be floating and it will confuse her and she can reset to full health too. It's happened like 5 times to me. Just repeat the circle. At 30% HP, she will start moving a bit slower, and at 20% she'll start moving significantly slower. Okay, that missed. I don't know how she was able to throw that at me, but it's fine. I'm gonna pop a mana gem and a mana potion. Don't get too far away from her. She will actually start to cut you off if you do that. And you don't want that to happen. And if you're really cheeky, if she's close enough, you could jump, turn around real quick for a quick fire blast. That can also proc an instant pyroblast. Forgot my mana shield, no big deal. The fastest I've killed her is in about a minute and I want to say a minute and 54 seconds. That's just because my instant power blast procced a lot. Blink here. I typically don't use evocation until she's under 30% or even under 20%, so you have more time to regen mana. I'm gonna pop my fire ruby. Really useful. I'm gonna see if we get a little fire blast in here. There it is. I'm gonna have to evocate here soon. I'm just gonna do it right here. Pop combustion, because why not? Do a little scorch here. A little fireball. I'm not too worried about boulders. As long as I'm not under 700 HP, then it's not too dangerous. Doesn't let her die out here to flame. And before I loot, I just want to say I have 140 kills tracked by DBM, but I was using BoED for the first 200. NIT only tracked up to 300 instances. A lot of my guildies gotten under 10 to 5 kills, which is cool for them. I'm glad they did, to save them from the suffering. If you do manage to loot the Charstone Dirk and you are an enchanter, this will disenchant into a large brilliant shard, which sells for quite a bit. It's a good way to make profit. I sold about 40 of these, made about 1,000 gold over the course of the phase. Let's check out the loot. And you know, just the usual. Just the usual. What I usually like to do before I log out is I create a mana gem, if I have the mana. And I swap over to Frost for my next run. And you're going to log out here by the NPC, and when you log back in, you should be in front of the purple instance portal. If you're really efficient, you could do this. You could do each run in about 8 to 10 minutes. And normally at the end of the 5 per hour, I have to usually wait about 20 minutes, maybe 15 minutes sometimes. I heard there is a instance cap reset by doing some sort of method, but people have been getting banned doing it, so I wouldn't recommend it. I haven't known anyone personally who's gotten banned, but I just heard. I hope you guys found this video useful, and good luck on your dagger farm. If you choose to put yourself through this torment, have a good one.